Well, hey there, all. Cashmagnet Guru coming at you on a hot Tuesday for our traditional weekly live stream. And how do I enjoy these? You know, I really do. I really do enjoy these. I enjoy hanging out with everybody, chatting it up, answering your questions. So tonight we're going to go over the new beta. Another new beta, yes. Cashmagnet has been churning out betas, boy, left and right. They've put out, probably 3 in less than 2 weeks? Right around there? It's just pretty crazy. What's up there, G-Tech family man? You know, I'm just pretty excited. Hopefully my audio is good. I went out and I spent a little money on a cool little mic, which I don't really like. It's just kind of too big. Yo, Adrian. Yeah, I'm sure you've never heard that one before. So, yeah, you know, I'm doing well. I kind of went a little hog wild on a little buying stuff for a little Prime Day yesterday, but I had that all set up. You know, I had a bunch of gift cards that Cashmagnet had given out for my April stuff. And I should be getting that stuff on Thursday. I'm absolutely doing a major upgrade on my network. So did you all buy stuff? Did you go grab some audio's a little low. You know, that's what I was afraid of. Elaine, let me dive into that a little bit. If I can, if I even know how here. There we go. Boy. Yeah, I am going to have to change this. Okay. Hopefully that takes care of the audio. A little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of battling with the audio. I'm you know, this is just a fun little hobby of mine. Hopefully, you know, hopefully I'm just trying to get better at it. So sometimes, you know, I apologize that you know, you got to bear with me a little bit. You know, I've only been doing this for a couple of months, so maybe a little. That's better. Maybe a little higher. Oh boy, maybe I should get my radio voice going. Does my radio voice, does that help out any? Probably not, right? Okay, how about that? Does that work? All right. Let's see. Yeah, G-Tech family man. Yeah, you bet. All my phones are on level 7. Every one of the 52. You betcha. That's the only way to go. There's no reason to have any phone not on level 7. Hey, Albert. How's it going? Great voice. Thanks, Elaine. Hometown Dispatch, welcome back. Glad to see you again this week. Jonathan Nichols. Hey, man, what's going on? Okay, let's get into some basics real quick on Cashmagnet. Now, this is something I have tackled a lot. You can have 24 devices per account, but only 4 devices per IP address. And let me tell you, separating phones onto different IP addresses is not easy. You're not going to be able to set it up yourself. That's it. Unless you're basically a network engineer, you're not going to be able to set it up yourself. You're going to need a specialized router, and you're going to need an access point. Now, down below in the description, you should see what I have for all my equipment. You should see like all my setup that I have. You should catch that. Now, what I want to start off with tonight real quick is, okay, let me show you what somebody ran into today. This is from Soda Free's Facebook group. And if you guys aren't in Soda Free's Facebook group, check it out. If somebody has the link to it, that'd be great. I plan on getting a second monitor on Thursday, so I'll be able to do stuff like that. But here's an error that I've never heard of. I've never seen before. It's just a strange error. Now, here's my process when I tackle errors. First thing I do is I actually check the Wi-Fi. That's the very first thing, because it's the easiest thing to check and the easiest thing to take care of. And so many times, you'd be surprised how, let's say you drop your internet connection, and then all of a sudden your Wi-Fi like clicks off, like the little button actually goes to the off position. Well, you're scrambling, you're trying to figure things out, and it's something simple like that. Check that first. And then the step number 2 is dump the Cashmagnet data and restart the phone. Or no. Sorry. Don't restart the phone. Restart Cashmagnet. Once you do that, that's going to take care of so many issues that is going on right now. Number 3, uninstall Cashmagnet. Now, I hate doing this. I really do. Because on occasions, Cashmagnet will hand out a new ID for the phone. And what happens is, when it does that for me, you guys with only 4 devices, it's no big deal. But with me, where I have so many devices on one account, it's then tough for me to start troubleshooting. And I've done that a number of times. I really have. I've uninstalled. Now, I have zero idea why I did not put a number. I actually forgot a step here. Number 5, restart your phone. That's generally, for me, that's actually one of the last resorts, is restarting my phone. I'll restart my phone after I uninstall. I really will. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've hardly had to uninstall Cashmagnet. Very, very few times. And generally, it's something that's going on my end. Restarting the phone, I would probably say 98% of the times when I restart my phone is because it's so bogged down. The RAM is, when your phone is all bogged down and won't hardly even move, it's because there's so many games that are loaded into the RAM. And I wish this is something Cashmagnet would fix, where they would dump the apps out of the RAM after they've loaded so many of them. I wish they'd really do that. I don't know if they can. Just a Christmas wish list there. Number 6, and I can think of twice where I've done this, is where I actually left the beta. And I want to show you after a while the beta. I mean, how to join and how to leave. It's and then number 7, factory reset. You know, I've never, ever, ever done this once. Not one time. Not once. This is an option that you should never have to do. You just shouldn't. I just can't think of any reason why you would have to take such a drastic measure. Yeah, and Mendoza, that's exactly why. What sucks about doing number 7 is because it does drop you down to level 7. You lose all your games and apps that Cashmagnet has downloaded for you. Now you got to go run the ADB, download all the games again, and once you run the ADB, you go right back up to level 7, and I'm gonna say this is, most of the time when people have problems with their phone, I'm sorry, but it's I would probably say 90% of the time. Now, we're not talking about the known bugs here. We're talking about some of the oddity bugs. Most of the bugs are actually issues with the user. It's crazy, the last week, how many times I've answered a question or saw a user that was talking about using Oreo and Pi on their phones. Yeah, I'm not trying to, rip on anybody here, but by golly, I've been harping about this for 2 months, on YouTube, and I've been saying this, in the Facebook groups for probably 4 or 5 months. Saying don't run Oreo, don't run Pi, they don't work, and I did that Q&A not long ago with Cashmagnet. It doesn't sound like Oreo and Pi are going to get fixed anytime soon. I mean, if you have those phones, I'm sorry, but put them on Current, the music app. Put them on Perk. Put them on whatever app you want to to earn some income and buy new phones. I'm sorry to say that, but you're bashing your head into a brick wall. So and any of my long-term listeners here know that there's only one phone. There's only one phone that I recommend. Well, if you can find a Majesty Pro, yeah, I absolutely get a Majesty Pro because they're worth the price. If you can find them for, $15. I don't think you can, but yeah, Aristo 2s. I know you guys are sick of hearing about Aristo 2s. But there's a reason why I'm going to, why I have, 29 of them. I don't have 29 of them because I love paying, between 25 and $50 for them. I love them because they work. Now, that being said, the new beta is, I've been testing it for 14 hours right now. And I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with what's going on. I had a really crazy, odd thing with it just a little bit ago. I just checked before I started the show, and I had a zero bug. And I was like, well, that's weird. My phone was actually the screen was off, which I hate when that happens because it shouldn't happen. But my screen was off. And I tapped on the screen to wake it up, and there's a zero bug. Well, then all of a sudden it changed. It was no longer a zero bug. It was like the no level bug. And then so I was a little frustrated, so I decided I was going to leave it because I was a little crunched for time. And so I looked at the rest of my phones real quick, and then I came back. And okay, and here's the weirdest part is, so it went from the zero bug to the no level bug to running absolutely just fine. Now, if anybody can explain that one to me, it was weird. And I don't know. It was just kind of like, Cashmagnet fixed itself. It realized that there was a problem. And, I don't know. I was pretty baffled by it. So let's hop into the chat real quick.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, I guess my little friendly ALEXA decided to say hi to everybody. I got a new little dot. But yeah, I haven't had any issues besides that weird thing. Chuckling at Jonathan Nichols here. Yeah, I was desperate for a fourth device, but the Oreo has no cream in the middle. John talks about the Rebel, the LG Rebel 3, very good. I've heard that they're pretty good. Yeah, and Doctor brings up about rolling the operating systems back. For LG phones, it's doable. It's scary, but it's definitely doable. I show you all in a video where I do that. I know you guys hate hearing it, but you know, if your devices aren't working, man, spend the money, grab them off of eBay. You know, just don't waste your time doing those Oreo phones. You know, put them on those good apps. Yeah, I'm not making. So I actually got Honeygain up and going, and I actually have it on like 16 phones. And man, my earnings suck with that app. And I have it on so many phones because I have it on so many different IP addresses, which they said was all good. Yeah, like Roshan's talking here with the Majesty Pros. You know, there are two versions. There is the 16 gigabit and the 8 gigabit on the Majesty Pros. Do not run your phones on 8 gigabyte phones. Don't do it. Don't do it. I need to make a video of the 5 biggest don't do's, and Oreo, Pi, 8 gigabit phones. Yeah, absolutely. Probably the top 3 right there. You know, so but how are you guys doing on Honeygain? Are you making any money on Honeygain? Boy, Hometown Dispatch, man, I must be doing something wrong. I think I updated all my phones to the newest Honeygain beta, and it sucks. Holy cow. Oh, there's Mark. Hey, what's up, Mark? What is the max amount of phones the Cashmagnet will allow? You know, you gotta ask. You gotta ask him. I wouldn't. I absolutely would not. Would not start up a farm without asking Cashmagnet. BlueStacks for any app will get you banned. That's a big thing that people were doing with Honeygain after it first came out, and they banned all those people after, I think it was probably 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks after we started talking about it, so it's about a month and a half. And what does Honeygain do? You know, it supposedly uses your bandwidth. Um, Something with some kind of data science thing. I don't know. You know, and I honestly don't care because it's just going through burner phones. I don't have any data on those phones worth anything, and my, you know, all my traffic is firewalled off from my router. So honestly, I don't really care what they do with my data. I mean, if they want to sell it to marketers, I'm not sure what they're going to find because I just run Honeygain on the top. You know, Trader Geo, I've had, you know, he's talking about the current music app, and you know, I like that thing, but I've been having problems. I'm one of the lucky ones that never updated to newer versions, so they constantly run, but they drop out a lot on me. Doctor, how many phones are you running on Honeygain to make $1.50 to $2. I'm jealous. I am so jealous. Roshan, how many? Roshan's making $4 to $6 a day off Cashmagnet. Now you running two YPs? I'm guessing. Trying to catch up here a little bit. So I'm looking at my Honeygains right now, and there's one phone that's sitting on the Play Store. Joy. I haven't gone in and disabled the Play Store, which I probably need to do. Yeah, I mean, sounds like some people are getting love out of Honeygain, while others, like me, just aren't getting anything. Rich V asked, how many current phones are you running? I'm painting inside the lines with Honeygain. I'm not breaking the law with them, so I'm only running one. Unfortunately, I don't take it too seriously. I just throw it in with my farm, and I just kind of check it periodically. What I really need to do is put it on my desk while I work and actually monitor it a bit. And it just, I just kind of forget about it. And I've been listening to my ALEXA. Don't want to say her name because she'll start piping off. Here we go. We got Jonathan Nichols talking about how it's not passive, but then John turns around and he said he found the old APK in Google search. Now, for you who aren't familiar with like what an APK is, an APK is you basically download an app and don't have to go through the Google Play Store to do it. Which is great. When I did some beta testing, or I should say alpha testing for Cashmagnet, I downloaded an APK. So if you could actually find an old APK that runs manually, runs nonstop, that'd be awesome. I'd have to dig up my current phone to actually see what the version is. John, do you have the version of that APK? Oh, no wonder, Doctor. No wonder you're doing so well. Running 30 Honeygain phones. Wow. That's a lot. The VPNs. Yeah, Rashawn, time for you to get a bigger setup, buddy. Those VPNs are costing you money. Rashawn has 2 IPs and a few VPNs. And for anybody who doesn't know, the VPNs, most apps you can't run VPNs on. And I personally don't like VPNs. I think I don't think they're worth the money, even though you really don't pay a whole lot for them. I've heard so many people complain that the VPNs are really buggy, that they drop out. And once they drop out, your Cashmagnet phones grabs your IP, your home IP. So it kind of sucks. All right, so we've talked a little bit about the Aristo 2s. I beat it. I just can't beat this horse enough. I really can't. You know, this is a decent phone. Yeah, it's got a big crack there, but nothing horrible. Look on there. And you know, when it says for parts or not working, that's just because it has a broken screen. Now you come down here, and I've never ordered from these guys, but I see these guys with a lot of Aristo 2s. Now they tell you everything that works, everything that they've tried. And they tell you the condition of it. You know, check that out. I hate giving you guys that great Aristo 2 advice because, you know, I'm definitely going to keep buying them. You know, I have another, what do I have? Another, oh boy, another 20, around 20 phones. Yeah, I think I have right around 32 Aristo 2, somewhere right around there. I don't remember. Okay, so I showed you the daily earnings, you know, perfectly happy with that. You know, comes and goes. I showed you the screwy little error. One thing I was going to show you guys, let me do this. This is from a previous video. Now, some of you don't understand about how to get into the beta, how to become a beta tester for Cashmagnet. And you can become a beta tester for probably most apps on the Google Play Store. Let me show you this real quick. More, I stay. Whoops, that's probably loud. Let's get rid of me there. So let's take a look here. So going to the Cashmagnet page. Jeez. Got my nice blurry customary pictures going on here. My video, which I might be solving next month. Well, we'll see. You see, I'm already a beta tester. It says beta there. But you scroll down the Cashmagnet page. Scroll all the way down. All the way down. See, it says, oops. All right, let me freeze that real quick once it comes back. This is easy. You know, you don't have to sign up anywhere or do anything crazy. There. You see, I could leave being a beta tester at any time. Or I could join. It will tell you, you know, be a beta tester. It'll say join, or you could learn more. You know, I know some of these things are just, it might be, you know, might be old hat to everybody else. But, you know, there's a lot of people that are coming back to Cashmagnet. And a lot of new people that are coming in. You know, so if you're not a beta tester, I think the new beta, you know, after 12 hours for 14 hours has been fantastic. Really has. It's been very good. I can't gush over it enough. Okay, there's John posting the APK for the current music app, 1.11.6. That's great info, John. Thank you very much. Elaine, you know, I kind of looked a little bit on Amazon, and I didn't see any deals for their Amazon Prime, which doesn't really, you know, surprise me. They had some really good deals on their high-end phones. Boy, they had hundreds of dollars off of their top brand names. You know, the big Samsung S10s and the iOS stuff. along those lines, I'm actually kicking around buying the brand new Note 10 next month. I have a Note 5, and I love my Note 5. And I've been dragging my feet for, 4 or 5 years on buying a new phone. And my phone runs fine. I just kind of like all the cool bells and whistles on the Note 10. Yeah, see, Rich V. Yep, tried VPN on Cashmagnet. Ran okay at first. When it disconnects, knocks your other phones off for 8 hours. That's the worst thing is, running a VPN that's knocking you off. Hometown Dispatch, big thumbs up. Just signed up for my 13 IPs from Spectrum. Hometown Dispatch, did you get a hold of my tech guy? Did you talk to him? S. Smith, man. I got 3 check phones for $20 on Amazon. Man, big kudos there. Nice. Oh, hometown dispatch, man. They're talking about just installing it. They're not going to set up your stuff for you. They're not going to make your setup. So, just a little warning there. Rashawn, talking about stopping Perk. I don't take Perk seriously anymore. I check my Perk phones when I check my Cashmagnet, so I do it twice a day. That's it. The whole Vigil. Wow, that used to be such a great app. I really should have ran like 8 or 10 Vigils like everybody else did. Yeah, Rashawn, that was another thing. So Rashawn bought a couple of the Fire Sticks. I was kind of wondering if people were going to do that and maybe run what is it, the Watchback. Is anybody running the Watchback? I know Tech Hustler was going to keep doing it. Uh, Trader Geo, I did not look at the A90. I kind of fell in love with the stylus. I used to make fun of my buddy who used to have a BlackBerry, and he'd sit at the bar while we would watch football and sit there and tap, 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 tap all day long on his phone with the stylus. And I made fun of him until I actually bought my Note 5 and fell in love with the stylus. So... which, with the personal phone, yeah, I mean, it all varies. It's all what you like. Jonathan, with Tech Hustler's hack video, I'm fully passively making over $2 a day with Perk. Not amazing, but for passive. Tech Hustler's video. I put mine out first. Just teasing my buddy Tech Hustler. Great guy. If you guys don't, I'm sure most of you came from Tech Hustler, but if you're not familiar with him, do a search real quick right now on YouTube. Tech Hustler puts out some amazing content. He really does. Awesome guy. Hometown Dispatch. I'll he's gonna be doing my setup, and he actually emailed me today. I'll email him back and ask him if he's responded to you, or to respond to you. 30 Roshan, 30 Viggles in my old videos, making 40 a week with Perk and Amazon gift cards before the nerf. Wow, that's just sick. What's up, Steven? You know, there's so much debate, Steven, on if there's a real limit on Honeygain or not. I don't think they're gonna ban you. They just say that you're not supposed to run over 6, otherwise they won't pay. I've heard otherwise on that. Hey Elaine, thanks for showing up. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully you learned a little bit of info. Hopefully I had a little bit of info today to share with y'all. Also, I think I'm gonna wrap this up a little early tonight. If anybody has any more quick questions, give me a shout out. Biggest thing I just want to kind of say is, everybody was talking in the fall and even in the spring. Phone farming's dead. Stop. Go, sell your phones. People were getting out of it left and right. And I always thought, these people are crazy. I mean, some of these were, big YouTube guys. Big YouTube guys. Big. And they were saying, Cashmagnet Guru, man. Well, they were calling me Flip before that because I wasn't Cashmagnet Guru yet. Saying, man, you're crazy. You're dumb. Everybody's getting out. You're spending $3,000 on a crazy setup that nobody does. Nobody has one. So it's not dead. I mean, there's quite a few apps out there, and I need to be doing some reviews on this. I actually looked at Mist Play, and not an app for me. It's one of the apps that's kind of getting hot right now, where people are downloading games and getting paid for it, and getting paid to play games. Well, I just don't have time. I don't have time to play games on my phone. I definitely don't have time to play games on a burner phone either. Albert, are you in? Albert's asking about help with hooking up multiple IP addresses. Albert, are you in Soda's group or in the Cashmagnet group? If you are, man, just shoot me a PM there. What do you mean, Rich V? When are you starting the Cashmagnet Guru podcast? What am I doing now? Is this not a podcast? Yeah, Jonathan, yeah, absolutely. The earnings used to be better, but I mean, you just got to get more creative. You know, Trader Geo, I had a problem with app like it made me feel dumb, or maybe I just didn't take enough time to actually look at it. I really just couldn't figure it out. I opened it and nothing really happened. I didn't know what I was supposed to download on the app. Like, I felt like I should, have a helmet on and my tongue on the window when I was doing that. So I was having some issues. So I'm trying to be more funny than mean there. So hopefully nobody takes it that way. So yeah, definitely, because I'm definitely going to look at getting some of these phones off of Honeygain. They're not earning. I mean, gee willikers. When 3 out of the last 6 days, and I can't even make 50 cents with 16 phones. Geez, I was doing better with U apps. So, yeah, Albert, and anybody, feel free to shoot me a PM on Facebook. I'm also working some things out with Facebook. I'm gonna start like a page or whatever. Some of that stuff is above my pay grade, so but feel free to shoot me a PM on or I think they call it. Do they call it a DM now? Direct message instead of a personal message or an instant message. When did all that stuff change? It just makes me feel old. I guess 20 years ago it was an instant message, and you can't say instant message anymore because it's not instant. Okay, there's a silly rant. On that silly rant, maybe I should run away. Oh yeah, Rashawn's talking about his bloated batteries on his S7 Active. Worst purchases I made on a phone. I hate those S7 Actives. They run incredibly hot. I'm not running into bloating. Can I run Cashmagnet in Serbia? Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. That's awesome that that the current app. I didn't know the current app. Yeah, actually, I think I did know the current app was international. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Love seeing that. My business internet is $135 a month. You can find. I believe I put that in the description for the video. Yeah, Rich V. Okay? Two things is you're absolutely right that it runs hotter than a burrito, and because I'm on the keto diet, you're not allowed to mention burrito in the channel at all. I can't have any yummy food like that. No flour tortillas for me. Okay, guys. Now I'm just getting kind of silly here. So, y'all take care, and thanks for listening tonight. I really appreciate it. I really had a good time in the live stream with everybody, and so many great questions, and really good commentary. And yeah, I feel free to contact me. And on that note, be sure to like. Yeah, you guys all knew that was coming, right? And subscribe. How am I going to get to 500 subscribers if people don't keep subscribing? How am I supposed to get to 1,000 subscribers? 2 months ago I wasn't even trying. Now I'm just enjoying it. I'm having a good time with y'all. And be sure to hit that bell to get notified when I go live or when I put up new content. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. And we will catch you. Don't forget, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll get out some videos this week. It's going to be a really hectic week for me, but I will definitely try. All right. See y'all. Laters.